Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's reading, we're doing Let Me Expose You. We have here three beautiful pals, pal number 1 and pal number 2 and pal number 3. Please pause the video if needed. Let's go. So for the viewers that picked pal number 1, let's find out. Let me expose you. I heard thunderstorm. Is it like raining where you're at right now, or like flooding? Like it could be flooding somewhere here where someone's living right now. I heard Capricorn cusp. I also heard the 3 of Cups. Maybe somebody here has been recently having a fallout with like friends or like a group of friends. Ooh, sorry to hear that. I'm also getting Paris. Somebody here could have been born in Paris or is trying to move to Paris. Someone here considers themselves like a star seed. Maybe you're like very interested in knowing your like past life. Let's start here with my Rider Waiter Tarot. Let me expose you. We have here the 5 of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, and the Lovers. I heard, not my life, not my business. You are someone very loving, but your love is not really unconditional for a lot of people. And I say that to say that you have a very low tolerance with tolerating people. You could be judged a lot. Maybe like you stay away from like older family members or like other people. And you could be judged for it, but it's almost like you feel like you have to put yourself first. So maybe like someone here doesn't talk to like their grandma, but if this doesn't resonate, don't take it. It's okay. It doesn't not have to be your grandma. It could be like siblings or like people that other people consider like that you should talk to. Like you should speak to your mother, you should speak to your father. I don't see that here. You can have like a very low tolerance with people around you. I'm not trying to throw shots at you, but I just hope that the same tolerance you have for your family, you have it for those that you are in relationships with. And I'm not saying this to come at anybody because I feel like a lot of us, not a lot of us, but some of us, I feel like some of us, we are so like stricken with our boundaries when it comes to like our family members, but then our friends and then our lovers are an opposite reflection of how we expect our family to treat us. So it's like the same standards you hold your family to, hold it to other people as well. You could have a lot of self-esteem issues regarding the body. I also heard like stretch marks or like birthmarks in certain places that you don't appreciate it in. Whether it's moles, skin tags. A lot of people complain about how they feel like they can't count on you. You may have a lot of people that are complaining because they can't count on your resources, your money, your car, your home. There's certain things that people are complaining about regarding to your attitude and your selfishness. And you're being very judged. Somebody might be judging you because they feel like you do more for romantic partners than your own family. And I know I brought that up already. And I told you guys, same standards we put our family, are the same boundaries that we should keep within myself. Like, for example, like, let's say, I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh, well, a partner is different because you're with a partner. You make a family with a partner. But in this way, it's like people are complaining about that. I'm not necessarily judging you because listen, you do what you want to do for others that you want to do. You do what you want to do, okay? But I'm getting the notion here that people feel like underappreciated around you. And you could be someone that is very strict in relationships. Yeah, sweetie, like you are a control freak when it comes to relationships. I see someone that like, how can I explain it? Like you make the tone of your relationships already very clingy, or like you have like certain standards when we're like for people that you get in relationships with that are like super rough. If they don't got 6 figures, a house, and Turks and Caicos, I don't want them. And I honestly, I don't want to judge you because I feel like we should all live between the standards that we freaking please. But you could be judged for that too. And I'm just exposing you. Honestly, I'm just exposing what people are afraid to tell you. And people are afraid to tell you that you're a control freak, that's a a-hole and very selfish. And you could have a lot of fallout with friends because your friends may feel like you rub your life in their face. And hey, this doesn't have to be true. But, you know, that's why I be telling people sometimes you have to have standards with even friends because you might think that, oh, well, yes, they're not on my level. Yes, we don't look alike. Yes, we don't do things alike. We don't have nothing in common, but they're a good person. Maybe we could resonate. And it'll immediately bite you in the ass because sometimes, relationships, friendships are like very dual. You inspire each other, you lift each other up, you support each other. But when you both are in very different levels, it's very hard to comprehend certain things, meet eye to eye, and not be in competition. And I'm not saying that people can be in healthy competitions with other people. I'm not saying that. But it almost becomes a very draining relationship because you probably have to tone down your life to meet them, or they feel like you're rubbing your life in their face. And you necessarily don't do that. Somebody here is being called like a spoiled brat. You could have come from wealth, or you could have come from a family that maybe spoiled you a little too much. You're definitely the pile that I see that was more traumatized in adulthood and teenage years, but due to other people, not necessarily due to family. They could think you're a spoiled brat, and honestly, a lot of people could say that, people in your life don't last, and maybe because you're the problem. I mean, honestly, I see these people point of view. They think that, if you could help them, you should. And if you don't, then go to hell. And honestly, it shouldn't be like that. It should be like, hey, can you help me? No. Okay, let me ask someone else. Because you shouldn't feel like people are obligated to help. Even expectations with like parents. And it sucks to hear things like that, but it's true. Like, you're not promised anything here in this life. Let's go with my Modern Witch Tarot deck. Let's see what we pick up from that. Queen of Swords again. Um, you are very judged for your attitude. Um, Now I'm really about to get you because I feel like I have to point this out about you. You could be someone that wears their mood on their sleeve. And honestly, then you're like, oh my God, but I didn't even mean it that way. Like, I didn't, why is this person feeling upset, or why are they treating me like that? And it's, maybe you wore your emotions on your sleeve that day, and maybe you said the incorrect thing, or maybe, you just looked like you weren't having fun, and maybe you made people feel uncomfortable. I'm not saying to mask how you truly feel, pal number one, but not everyone should pay for what you're going through sometimes. Okay, especially if it's relationship issues and stuff. 6 of Cups. Yeah, you're very okay. So people could think that you're not a good host. I could say that for sure. I don't think that you're very welcoming or inviting. You could have a very rough edge to you, and I think you only get along with people that are as mean as you are, or like as bitchy. You have like a repellent for nice people. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it is a little weird, but you definitely associate niceness with fakeness. And I'm gonna get you now, Paul number one. This is why you constantly attract nice, evil people. Because you just like have this like inedible thought in the back of your head that they're like evil or shisty or have like an agenda, and you almost like manifest it. You just do. You just do. And then with these big a-holes you be trying to like have like this bond and this soulmate connection with, it's really ridiculous. It's very funny. I just can't. And then, and you always fall for it because, oh my god, I don't trust them. They're nice and I think they're fake. But then the niceness overlaps your thoughts, and then boom, they're evil. Or they're fake or whatever, but it's like then you're like, damn, I knew it. And that's why I don't trust nice people. But it's like, pound number one, give yourself a break. Nice or evil, it, you'll be surprised who'll do you wrong. You know, but you do deserve to have a little bit of softness in your life, a little bit, a little bit more sweeter energy. Like I'm hearing like a group or like of people or like friends like just being like very aggressive with like the tone and calling each other the B word. Hey, listen, those are your friends. That's what you do. Everybody has their little cliques in their in the way that they communicate with the people that they're around. But maybe sometimes you'll be like, maybe I want like a little friend like in the movies, like a soft friend, like a nice person that's like listening to my emotions without calling me a crazy bitch. But I think I was very fond of friends like that too. That were like wicked, and it just took me time to realize I don't like this. Like I don't like this feeling. I don't like the vibe. It's just so draining dealing with negative, mean people disguised as sisterhood or Knight of Cups, bare minimum queen. People could judge your taste in relationships or with partners. That's who they're dating. Oh my god. They talk a lot of ish. Paul, when you just don't impress people with your choices and partners, you just don't. And a lot of people judge you because they feel like you judge a lot, especially maybe people that you try to date, and they're like, That's who they chose." You know what I mean? So, pile number one, you are surrounded by a lot of judgmental people. I think that you kind of put a blind eye to it. I used to do that too, where I would put a blind eye to the people around me that I know were very toxic. um you spend hours with them and you're just like gossiping about the whole world and talking about a bunch of things, and you will never think that you'll be the topic ever until you are. And hey, I'm not the gossip police here, but I feel like you don't know how judgmental the people around you really are. So that's what I'm really exposed about you, is that I don't think you're surrounded by the best people. And it's like a vampirish, suckishly energy happening here. You could have had like a lot of childhood friends that you brought into adulthood. And this is why it's toxic. Because it gets to a point where boundaries and lines are crossed constantly, but nothing could really happen because, that's just dumb. And, we know each other for 30 years. Let's see, what else can we expose about my pal number one? My pal number one, what else can we expose about them? Patience. Like, just dealing with you requires a lot of patience. Maybe you take very long to, like, get ready. You take long for a lot of things, pal number one. It's not even funny. Like, you come late to a lot of things in your life, including appointments, birthdays, people. You are the definition of a plan B type of person. And this is not to be mean. This is not to be mean. This is just for me and you to get to know each other. We have here attachment. See, I knew it. I knew it. Yeah, people, you're super attached to the wrong people sometimes. because you think comfortability equals to realness or what's supposed to be, but it's not. You're too comfortable in the old that you don't know that out there is much better. And I say that with everything: jobs, people, relationships. You haven't given yourself the opportunity to escape that little town, that little city, the same little group of people. You know, as long as you stay there, you'll be there. But that's not to intimidate you guys or to scare you guys off. Eventually, change is forced. I always tell people that, like, eventually they'll have to leave that person. Eventually, they'll have to leave that job. Like, eventually, regardless if you do the change or not, what's not for you is not for you, and it will rip out of your life. And maybe if you didn't really fully learn the lesson when it ripped through your life, you will learn it again with. To say that is to say that, because you think holding on to something is safer or better, it doesn't necessarily mean it is. Nothing that you think is like comfortable is better. Reminds me of like it's like people that do things the old fashioned way because they're comfortable doing it that way, but it doesn't mean that is better. Is that you're comfortable. We have here second chakra archangel Ariel. And also, there's a lot of things in your life that you should speak up for that I feel like you don't do it. And you speak up, but for like small things that really don't matter. And then maybe you are like hard on yourself and you're like, damn, I put all my energy into this, when in reality, I should have focused on that. Like, I should have, instead of yelling at Stacy for moving my plate, I should have yelled at Amanda for taking my man that time. Just to say, guys, you bottle up your emotions and then, like, the littlest things, you overreact. But it's not your fault. See, it's all about a balance. There's very healthy ways to coping with anger. For me, I'm gonna give you guys a tip because I'm someone that gets angry for things, like really bothered. Journaling. Oh Lord, I will rip a sheet of paper journaling while I'm mad, and that's just my healthy way of coping with my anger. But I also too was someone that will let a lot of things slide, and in the moment some little thing happen, I blow up like a monster, and then I look crazy. You can have, you can probably do that, and instead of just blowing up, healthier ways is like for me walking away, leaving the room, um, just becoming silent. Of course, there's certain times that you have to stand up for yourself. Like, there's no way. But there's just certain battles that you don't have to fight. Any last messages from my pal number one? Any last messages? Yeah. Um, I just feel like you're someone that has so much potential in your life, like to meet cooler people, to have newer jobs, a newer man, a newer woman, but you're just so stuck into your old ways and you're just so stuck into what's comfortable. And you look around and you're like, you know what? Everybody that I see, their life is moving forward. I'm still stuck. What's happening? I have all these goals, these dreams, but I can't move forward. I just, you know, and I'm trying so hard to just better myself, but I don't know what it is that's just like having me in the same place. You're not open to the new. You're open to what's comfortable for you. And the more you're scared, pile number one, the more scared life will be, you know, life will be scared of you. But I definitely see you guys working towards bettering yourself and healing those parts of yourself that has you stuck in places that don't deserve you and that no longer fit in your life. So that's all for today. Thank you so much for clicking on this reading. Bye, guys. So for the viewers that picked a pile number 2, let's find out. Let me expose you. We have here the Fool. Look at you trying to be all grown with your Hello Kitty pajamas. A lot of you guys, you're such a like a responsible like adult, but you're really just a child inside, like, or someone that loves to fulfill their inner child, and that's so beautiful. Oh my God, am I really gonna expose you, or you're gonna make me cry? um, I don't know, Pal. Too. Like, I feel like, let me expose you. You leave the curtain open when you leave the shower. I'm playing, but like, how can I expose you? You're such a sweetheart. Like, I just can't. And on top of that, I feel like you're so cool, so minimal. We have here the Hermit. You really mind your business, Queen. Like, you're really like in your own lane. The Chariot in reverse. Like, you don't really compete for others. You don't care about other people's attention. I feel like you don't care about a lot of the things that the world cares about. I feel like you're just like living in a in a free flow state. Is that what people are saying now? In a flow state. You're like in a flow state. Like, you're just like living and enjoying yourself. I could just say that you're very sensitive. I feel like you take a lot of things personal that you shouldn't. But I don't really blame you. I think you have like a lot of water in your chart, or you're like a water rising. You also are like you mind your business a lot, and you just like stay far, far away from drama. But I feel like deep down you could be a little messy. Like, maybe you like the tea, maybe you like the drama a little bit, but not like on you, but like you like to see it and hear it. That's funny. You could be someone that likes to dress like goofy or like childish sometimes, but maybe like you'll be like a little shy about it. You could look younger than your age, but not act like it at all. You could have like a very old car, or you could be scared of driving, or you have like a fear of crashing. Like, I see somebody that has their license and doesn't drive, or like has their license and drives but like a very old antique car. Somebody here could be claustrophobic. Like, you could hate like very tight places, or like closed places. We have here the High Priestess, the Chariot again, and the Magician. Okay, you're definitely spiritual, witchy, warlock. It gives someone that is very in tune into their spirituality. But the way that I'm gonna really expose you is that sometimes you don't really listen to yourself the way that you should listen to yourself. I feel like you put your feelings second to what you think's supposed to happen, or how you think you're supposed to act. And honestly, there is not a rule book in life. I feel like we all go with this sixth sense, which is to trust ourselves and our gut. And yours are so strong, but you just don't see it. Also, I see somebody that works very hard. I feel like you're a very committed person. Like, if you plan out a routine, it's like you'll follow it, but maybe like just starting it will be very hard for you. But I feel like you're definitely someone that once you're doing something, you're doing it. You're just doing it. Right? If you're doing it right now, you'll do it. But you procrastinate a lot, and maybe you'll have plans to do things, but you'll do it like a year after. Like, a couple months after, but you wouldn't plan something and do it right away. Like, you'll get back to it. You get what I mean? So this group likes to procrastinate, but the good thing about it is that if you start it, you're gonna finish it. So maybe that's why you procrastinate. I feel like you always complain about your life. You're always complaining about what you don't have. And if you're not complaining, you're complaining in your head. You could be someone that is literally working towards a goal, and you're just like scattered, and then you're just like one moment like, I don't know what I'm doing with my life. Like, come on. Like, you literally just said it. You planned it out. That's why you're working it now. What the hell? Like, you're like an emotional roller coaster. Like, one minute you feel like you have it all together in your life, and then the second minute you think like your life is a piece of bull. Like, like, it's a lie. Like, you're like caught in like two different worlds, two different bodies. Relax. I also see someone here that's like constantly like thinking about like the worst thing that could happen. Like, oh my god, what if this elevator just like falls and breaks down? Like, you have an innate, like, you have like a clear imagination for the bad things. I need you to have that clear imagination for the things you really want. Pile number two. But yeah, you're just like someone that I like. Listen, you have it together, but you're just so hard on yourself sometimes that it's like you overwork yourself, and then when the slightest little problem happens in your life, you throw the towel up and you're like, I knew it, my life is to shit. And it's like, no, it's not. Relax. Relax. It was just a miscommunication. It's gonna get solved. Relax. So yeah, you could be someone that makes like really small problems into big ones in your head. You're always like in this like kind of anxious state. Um, I don't mean to be like very deep in, but you could have gotten your ass beat as a child, or you could have gotten into some sort of abuse, whether it was like emotional yelling or like getting beat, because you live life like you feel like you're constantly being watched or you're gonna get in trouble. And let that resonate to whoever that needs to resonate. You guys don't have to take everything so serious. I don't know, but I just feel like someone here like takes life too serious. And you need to take it a little bit slow because you're where you're supposed to be at right now, and things are constantly moving in your favor, and it's okay to relax. It's okay to just unwind and just enjoy the the flowy state of life. Of course, don't forget to pay your bills, but you get what I mean. Like, don't take everything life throws at you as a end it all. That's it. Like, my life is a piece of, it's over. I knew it. A lot of you guys want the fancier things in life. You want the level of fame, success, and you just want the flashy stuff. But the reason why sometimes you might feel like you don't get everything is because you're scared of it. You're scared of it. You're scared of it. A lot of people could say that they want $1 million, but sit there and feel how you will feel with $1 million. Some people get scared at that amount of money, like, oh my god, the taxes. Oh my god, what am I gonna do? Am I gonna tell my family? Like, you're already creating a million problems for something that might be considered as a blessing. So it's just like, with that being said, it's just like a lot of you guys are scared of your potential. You don't know how big you are until you'll try it or until you're there. But I feel like a lot of you guys, you try to like remain small, like humble. It's okay to want the flashy, the big stuff. You don't have to always play this humble part. Maybe because you came from humbling beginnings, or maybe you always had family trying to humble you or humble your life. Okay? I feel like a lot, maybe some of us, we grew up in places where, we're humbled. And a lot of people don't understand this, but in certain cultures, kids are treated like dogs in certain cultures. So when you're older, you feel like you don't deserve anything because as a child, you were made to believe that you didn't deserve much. You're ungrateful, and, you know, be lucky you're here. Be lucky you got anything. So we just accept things and situations and people and stuff that are just humbling. Okay, let me take the weaker job. Let me go for, you know, um, the cheaper brand. Let me just go do this. Let me forget about my birthday. I got other things to save for. You know what I mean? Like, just putting yourself second to last because maybe you didn't receive that priority as a child. You didn't receive that that highness of, you know, a child that has ideas and, you know, and shows you the things that they like, and if they're laughed at or booed at or like, ignored, As an adult, that child is going to learn to associate their creativeness and the things they like and the things they want as second class, because it's just a routine that they're so used to. The same thing that I was saying earlier, constantly being scared of getting in trouble. You will have this nervousness, this traumatic, breakdown, going through simple situations in life, being scared to ask for help, or, you know, being scared to ask for your needs because as a child, maybe you didn't receive that. Maybe you didn't receive that attention, that care, that, you know. And I'm not here to blame it all on childhood, because some people actually did not have a traumatic childhood and do suffer with certain issues that I am explaining now. But I'm speaking about those that do and correlate with that. So, yeah, no, Paul, too, you're probably wondering what the hell happened. Being a mother happened. And so we have here happy family, a man holding a coin, and appreciation in reverse. I'm sorry, appreciation upright and happy family was in reverse. So the way that I could expose you right now really is you're not someone that's really valued by your family members. And if that message doesn't resonate, it's the opposite. Like, you come across as if you don't really value your family or the family that you came from. With man holding a coin, it's like you put finances on the forefront of everything. So you could definitely be someone that just, you really make finances look like the forefront of your life. And it could be due to extreme poverty, or because maybe there was like some sort of like tightness with money growing up when there was no reason to be tight with money. So you could have had family that were well off, but they loved to penny pinch, and it probably affected you in the long run. But I only say it affects you in the long run because you look at finances like how to, I love money. Money loves me. Um, I'm safe with money. It almost feels like you're in this constant battle of getting more and more and more and more and more and more and more. And I feel like it's going to be a point in your life where you're going to realize that not, money can't always solve everything. And I know, guys, money solves most of it. But it's certain things that you'll get to the point where you have the money that you'll see that, you know, you won't be able to buy a better relationship with your family. You won't be able to buy healing from things that hurt you. Like, those are things that you can't buy. And I feel like you're going to be in a point of realization of that. And listen, pal number two, you will be successful if you aren't already. Your material wealth will be large. You will have generational wealth. I'm here confirming it for you, It is destined in your life to be wealthy. It is destined. And it doesn't have to be Bill Gates level, but it could be. But I just see financial stability. The best financial stability that you ever been in your life. You will be here on earth to make that happen. So I'm also getting messages of maybe someone here got married very young and like ran away and left their family behind. That's for some, not all here, and I'm not judging you. I'm just exposing you. You could have been also someone that has abandoned something in your past, whether it was a child, a family, or your own family that you came from. And I'm not here to judge again, but this could have been something that has bothered you in your life, or like maybe bothered you for a lot, or made you feel guilty. And the message that I'm really getting here is that what is meant to be has been to be. So there's no reason to torture yourself as to what if, and you know, what if I would have just done that? What if I would have just, kept this, or just been around, or just would have stayed? Like, what would have happened? And it's like, Pal too, there's not really a going back. So you don't have to feel guilty for the things that you feel like you would have changed if you were of that age. Again, like I always say here on this channel, if you knew better, you would have done better, but you don't. And now it's not the time to make yourself feel guilty about it. Let me see if we get some extra messages on how can I expose my pal too? How can I expose my pal too? You could have grown up in a church or in a place that was like very like inconvenient. I mean, the good thing that I could expose about you, pal too, is that you're definitely someone that has built the life that you've always wanted. Whether it's like the family you've always wanted, the career you always wanted, the life that you've envisioned for yourself, the peace and the harmony that you've always wanted growing up. Maybe you finally have that. I definitely see someone here that spoils themselves with even the tiniest bits of things that remind them of their childhood. Okay, like you do a lot for yourself, and this is why the universe rewards you a lot. And honestly, the biggest thing that I could just say that I can expose of you is stop feeling guilty about your past. Stop feeling guilty about the decisions that you made when you were not in a healed place. It's not fair for them and it's not fair for you. And when I say them, it's not fair for that old past version of you that just didn't know. With the Four of Wands, continue to show yourself love. Continue to live life the way you want it to be. And what can I say, pal number two? Just keep succeeding and keep believing in yourself because you're on the right path, all right? So that's all for today. Thank you so much for clicking on this reading. Bye, guys. So for the viewers that picked pal number three, let's find out. Like, let me expose you. Like, what's going on? Um, you guys have like extreme embarrassing moments. And I'm not here to judge you. I'm just here to expose you. Like you guys have extremely embarrassing situations or like memories where maybe you were like under the influence. Maybe you were going through an episode. I heard for some people here. My baddies with prescriptions. I see somebody here had like a episode one time. I feel like you've gone through the world very much like Snooki. And if you don't know who Snooki is, you can Google her. But it's almost like a trajectory of someone not giving a shit. Like, just F it, sloppy. I'm here for it. And I'm not saying that you guys are sloppy or like, you got addictions and, none of that. But I'm saying more as to say, maybe you did have your addictions. Maybe you had your vices. Maybe you had your time. Maybe you had it. But now, you could be someone like me right now that's chilling with, a child. But, relaxing at home. Not really worried about happy hour right now. But in the past, I could definitely see someone that is like wild. And I feel like you toned it down a bit, but you still got that little wild side to you. And hey, be who you are. Now let's see here what the cards are saying. We're gonna start with my Rider Waiter, best amazing deck ever. And we have here the Two of Pentacles. Oh my God. So I don't know why you're always quitting your jobs. Okay, you could be somebody that sets deadlines for a job. Like, oh, let them piss me off one more time. I'm quitting. I'm only gonna stay here for 6 months, so y'all can do whatever y'all want before I file for unemployment. So, you could have a lot of jobs, or you could be someone that gets bored easily. And I'm talking about in relationships, in friendships, in jobs. I mean, I don't want to call you crazy, but you definitely look like, well, act like, like there is no cap for your rap. Like, I am who I am and it is what it is. Like, what are you going to do about it? Right? Like, Um, Paul 3, you are such a funny character. I feel like me and you would really get along, and I honestly feel like we're both like two completely different people, personality wise, or even like the way you live your life. But I feel like we will instantly click. It's like those unconventional friends that you will never see them ever anywhere near your own personal life, but you somehow connect. Have you heard of the Four Swords? Oh Lord. Yeah, you're super lazy. Like, you are, oh my God, you are super lazy. And you're not even a procrastinator. You're just straight up lazy. Um, I recommend you guys getting a little like agenda to like write down the things that you have to get done, and it'll be super fun because the agenda is super cute, so you would just always want to like open it up and whatever. That's my little recommendation. Another recommendation for lazy people, guys, I just can't resist it. I'm a Capricorn moon. Like, my body's always like go go go. So um try to make the things that you have to get done seem fun. How can I explain it? When I have a lot of chores or things to do, I could just imagine myself being a Sims character and it's getting my perfect place prepared. You know, telling yourself in the morning, hey, if I fix my bed, it'll be a good day. I just know it if I fix it. Like, just playing games with yourself to just get things done. Okay? Um, I do that all the time where I trick myself into doing things and I just get them done. Let me just finish this little homework. Like, it's gonna be fast. I got this. 3 hours later, I don't even care about the time because at least I got it done and now I feel free. Anyways, I'm giving you guys too many tips, which I feel like you're not gonna take. So let me just shut up. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Really bad money management here. You guys could have like a literal Starbucks addiction, or like you can have like a really bad addiction to like maybe just Ubers or like fast food or just like eating out. Like, food just tastes better when you just buy it. I understand, guys, you know. But again, PAL 3, I'm sorry. Like, PAL 2, I couldn't even expose them that much. I could go on for days about you, but, I'm not saying it in a judgmental way. I'm just saying it more so because, I'm here to expose you today. Um, PAL 3, you are the type of person that you don't really care about spending money. That's what I see here. You could be very frivolous or very like giving, or you'll just blow a check and you don't care about it. Maybe you'll worry about it tomorrow, but you're not gonna care about it in the moment. I also see here like some sort of like sex work or like OnlyFans as well. You can be someone as well that gets around. Like, maybe you enjoy casual sex. Um, let's see here with the other cards that I have. I have the Page of Cups, Queen of Swords, and then we have here the Six of Cups for you guys. So it's crazy. I knew you guys were related to pile number one. I just couldn't say it. But now I'm here to say it. Like, go back to pile number one because some messages could resonate for you. Um, you can have children or you can have a child that is very big. Like, not like that, guys. Like, big as in like you could be 40 and you probably have like a 19-year-old. I don't know how the age goes, but like you guys could like have like grown kids or just like one grown kid. That's for some, not all. You could dress, you could just very like childish. Like, you could dress like you're way younger than your age. Very like, yo, way younger than your age. You could be wearing like lots of sneakers or you like to keep it comfortable. You could also be very blunt. Um, Typical person that doesn't like people to tell you about yourself, but you could tell everybody about themselves. I see that with you, pal number three. And honestly, I definitely see here that although you could be goofy and like a good time, I feel like sometimes people mistake that for you probably being like naive, and you prove those people wrong immediately, because as wild as pile number 3 is as wild as they will be if they're mad. Okay, some people think that it's just all fun and jokes with you until it's not. I also see here that pile 3, I see somebody jumping through the bar, knocking over someone's glasses by accident or even someone's drink. Like, I see somebody twerking everywhere, doing a split, singing karaoke, mixing liquor, going crazy, um, partying. Listen, if you're not a party animal and you don't do illicit stuff, this is not your pile. This is not your pile. I'm sorry. And if you did do it in the past, then I'm exposing the past. But pile 3, then after that person gets blacked out, goes to their ex house, just does a bunch of things that they just don't remember the next day. They wake up at 8 in the morning like nothing to take their kids to school. So responsibilities keep going forward, even regardless of your wild life. I could definitely say, listen, I don't even want to expose you at that. I just want to say I'm impressed. I'm impressed. Okay, and if that's not happening right now, where you're balancing these two different parts of yourself, um that past version of you was wild. And now if I expose your life now, it'll just be too boring for this video. Sorry. But overall, you've made like really great memories. I feel like you inspire me to live out loud and to just not care. Be the one that's singing out loud, dancing, having a blast. Because I'm the type of person, see, I don't like, I don't party every day. But when I party, I would like someone like you in my group. I would like someone to be with that same energy you have around me, because it's needed. People like you are needed, pal number 3. Let's see here with my oracle decks. Let's see, how can we expose my pal 3 with the oracle deck? I'm letting the baby play with my cards and she's just chewing them up, man. Just no more. No more cards for you. I'm thinking they're playing with it. But this is the age where kids put everything in their mouth. So let's say we have your 7 chakra archangel Uriel, warming, and then we have here blossoming abundance. A lot of you, somebody here has like a money blockage. You have a lot of anger. You got to let go of that anger. And, oh, but I'm not angry. Start thinking about things that have bothered you from the past. If things still bother you, there's anger lingering there. Whenever you experience a blockage in some part of your life, it's because there's something else that you have to see within yourself. With Archangel Uriel, a lot of you guys have problems with expressing your creativity. It's like you often feel like you're battled by all these creative ideas, but then when it's time to pursue them, it's like boof, it just all falls apart and like you just forget. You just like get rid of your whole gist. But pal 3, my biggest advice for you is write it down, lazy. Write it down. Whenever you get like these ideas and like these sparks of energy, write it down, write out your plans and actually do it. Okay, somebody's room is looking like a storm right now. I definitely see here that you have to control your anger. Like, I don't know why, but you're so goofy and funny that I don't think anybody will see how much anger you have inside. I feel like you really have a lot of anger with the way that people mistreated you in your past. And maybe you feel like, I will never forgive them. F them, you know? But forgive them for yourself, for your peace of mind, so that you can open your doors. There's a storm in a closet or in a room. One of the things that are amazing about clearing up your space is that it could clear up mental blockages and open up space for, ideas. So yeah, it could definitely clear up your mind and just like clear up your brain and everything, and just clear up even your path when you're getting rid of old things and clearing up spaces. Somebody here is a Virgo. You have a lot of Virgo in your chart because somebody here is like messy. Or you have a lot of clutter. Maybe you're not like, I'm not calling you dirty, but I feel like you definitely have clutter. You need to clear up. I also see something about your seventh chakra. The seventh chakra could be very significant. Maybe somebody here has like a tattoo of chakras. That's cool. But I definitely see here that your plans and goals are definitely being tested at this moment. Prevail. Even if you don't see the results of what you're doing, even if you don't see your body changing, keep moving forward. Keep moving. Even if you don't see anything, like even anything in return. Um, I know a lot of people, it's so easy to be discouraged, but what is not easy is to continue moving forward. The easiest thing you could do is quit anything. That's super easy. Anybody could do that. But not anybody can go forward with something and continue on with it. Now, let me see any last couple messages about how can I expose you. Any last messages on how I can expose my pal? Yeah, you're tormented by your thoughts and the things that happen and all the embarrassing But pal 3, let me tell you something. Nobody really cares about that. I, in my head, cannot remember anything embarrassed that has happened to somebody. Okay, maybe one or two, but at the end of the day, I can't do nothing about it. Because I'll look crazy. I can't go to that person and be like, haha, that was super embarrassing what you did 5 years ago. You'll look like a lunatic and you'll look like you're stalking someone's life. So, again, people are not worried about us. We always think people are worried about what we wore last year or what we ate or what we did or what we said. But literally, people are just super self absorbed. Everybody thinks they're a celebrity. There is no mental space for no one to have you on their mind like that. Okay? More than you have yourself on your mind. So don't feel embarrassed about anything. Trust me, we all have weird, embarrassing moments. Trust me, guts wrenching, embarrassing. So just keep it cool, boo, and you'll be okay. I see definitely lots of healing happening for you. A lot of you guys, you got the boundaries intact when it comes to others. I give you that. Your environment, I see your environment just being very healthy or having like the right people or just like, just a small amount of people, but that you trust. So I see that good. Or if not yet, you're almost there when it comes to your environment. But a lot of inner work for this pile. So you have the outer, great, but the inner, the working on yourself, the things that you can no longer change that still affect you and cause you great anxiety. Reminding yourself constantly, the past is not me anymore. I continue to move forward and I'm this new person. So that's all for today. Thank you so much for clicking on this reading. Bye, guys.